I had to hit some kind of a rock bottom. Like I had people that I used to party with that had found recovery before that, and never thought once about like, oh well, I want to be where they're at. If I'm being honest, I was too, you know, self-absorbed with what was going on with me and partying and stuff like that. I hit a rock bottom and I got in some trouble, and even then I wasn't really willing to kind of accept help. I was kind of just dope sick at the time, and it was like, man, if you can get me back over to here, I know I've got some drugs hidden around and stuff like that. And I remember my dad giving me a ride, and on the car ride, my dad's kind of older. He's crying. And I never in my life heard my dad cry before. And he's like, Matt, you're killing me. You were literally killing me. And man, that got to me because, like I said, he's a strong man, and to hear him kind of doing that, it messed with me. And I'm still, hey, take me over here. I know I've got some drugs hidden. And by the time I get there, I could see the door's been kicked in. And I knew the writing on the wall. But of course, I'm a junkie. I'm going to check. And I couldn't find any drugs. And that's when I think he had my brother on the phone who had already found recovery. It was like, hey, Matt, I can get you into treatment if you want it. And it was like, still kind of unsure, but I was like, you know what? If you can get me in today, I will go. Because I knew the next day I had a doctor's appointment and I was going to get everything that I wanted, and the things I didn't want I could trade or sell for what I really wanted. So I was like, man, if you can get me in today, I'll go. And I remember going, and I get there and they're doing these chanting things, these, God grant me the serenity, accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom to know the difference. And I'm like, man, they dropped me off at a cult. You know what I mean? And that's really what I was kind of dealing with, some psychosis coming off some of the drugs. So I had all these ideas and delusions of what I thought was really going on, which in fact they were just that. They were delusions. You know what I mean? But while I'm in there, all these people started coming in and doing, talking to us, and there were some of these people that they had what I wanted. I could tell that they had been, from their stories, I could tell that they had been in a place where I was. And somehow they pulled themselves out of it. And, I like to think that I'm a smart guy or whatever the case may be, but if I look at the evidence of where my life had gone, it was like, man, smart or not, Matt, like, look at your decisions. You might need some help getting to where these people are. And reluctantly asked one of them to sponsor me, and the rest just kind of took care of itself as far as like being, as long as I was willing to put in the work, which that I did too reluctantly. I can't place enough importance around the people around me that not only told me, it's not like they just told me, hey, Matt, this is what you need to do. This is, do this, do that, and you'll get to where I am. They showed me. Like I can remember, I'm living in a sober living house with 60 days clean, and they picked me up on a Saturday morning and, hey, we're going to go to this old methadone clinic, and you're going to share your strength, experience, and hope with them. And then afterwards they take me and we'd go throw disc golf or something like that and, enjoy some unity. But it was always kind of business first, like, hey, if you want to get to where we are, we'll help you, but it's going to take work. And I really didn't like that in the beginning because I'm lazy, and I want to do the bare minimum. But it was explained to me, half measures availed us nothing, and it was like, But I just want the Cliff's Notes versions. Give me the Cliff's Notes version. I'll take the test. I'll hopefully get an A, and then I can ride off into the recovery sunset. But there were people that kind of tried that. Luckily, before I got to the part where I thought I could maybe ride into the sunset, and man, they were batting zero. So eventually something happened in me, a perspective shift that I started actually enjoying this new design for living and this new way of life. And today, man, I wouldn't have it any other way.